Boris, I'm going to tell the summary of a new story I'm writing. You want to hear?
Yes.
Okay. So it's about Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He was the founder of Bangladesh, which is a small country in Asia. So he was born on March 17, 1920. As a little child, he showed the signs of leadership. He even protested against a bad principal in his high school. As he grew up, he started getting more into politics. In 1943, he joined the Muslim League, which was lobbying for independence from Britain. Then, in 1947, Britain left India, and finally, the Muslim League had independence. The new state that they created was called Pakistan. However, there was a tiny enclave that was separated from the main part of Pakistan, and this tiny enclave was actually housed the majority of the population of Pakistan, and it was called East Pakistan. In 1948, and a lot of Bengalis lived in East Pakistan, and they spoke the Bengali language. However, in 1948, the president or the governor general at that time, who was named Muhammad Ali Jinnah, declared that Urdu, a Pakistani language, would be the sole official language of the country. And that made many of the Bengalis in East Pakistan extremely mad. And so riots and protests started breaking out. And eventually this turned into a phenomenon called the Bengali language movement. In 1952, on February 21st, 1952, dozens of people were killed while trying to protest for their language. In 1952, the president or the governor general conceded, and the Bengali was now to be made one of two official languages. However, it didn't stop there. The leader of East Pakistan, named Sheikh Mujibur Rahman or Bangabandhu, was now lobbying for 6 points that would make Bangladesh or East Pakistan a little more autonomous and a little more connected to West Pakistan. However, as always, it was rejected by the main government in the capital. And finally, what tipped it off was in 1971. In 1970, the elections saw Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman winning. However, his government was quickly toppled by the dictatorial Yahya Khan, who set up martial law. However, his government was quickly toppled by the Pakistanis, who didn't want him in charge. In 1971 came Operation Searchlight, a genocide of Bengali thinkers that killed 7,000 people in one night. And so, East Pakistan, now known as Bangladesh, started revolting. And eventually, they won the revolt. And Bangabandhu became the first president of Bangladesh. He made sure Bangladesh would get into the United Nations. He fixed the economy. But in 1975, he was killed by a group of extremists and radicalists, and that was the end of Bangabandhu. So that's the summary of the story I'm writing. Was it great?